Hey guys, welcome to our channel. In this video, you will learn on how to actually install and use the Wix toolset. Okay, so if you've ever installed software in Windows, chances are you've clicked through a setup wizard without thinking much about what's happening behind the scenes. But what if you wanted to create your own professional installer? So that's where Wix Toolset comes in. So despite its name, Wix Toolset has nothing to do with the Wix website builder, okay? Instead, it is a free open source toolkit used by software developers to build Windows installer packages, also known as MSI files. So in this beginner-friendly tutorial, I'll explain what Wix Toolset is, how to install it, create your first installer project, and package a Windows application. So yeah, let's get started. So Wix Toolset, short for Windows Installer, a XML toolset is a development toolkit that lets you create Windows installation packages using the XML. So instead of manually clicking through a visual installer designer, you define your installer in XML files. Okay, Wix Toolset then compiles those files into a professional MSI installer. And many companies use it because it offers full control over the installation process, and then support for Windows installer standards, automatic upgrades, custom installation logic, and enterprise level deployment capabilities. So if you are developing desktop applications in C++, .NET, or similar technologies, Wix Toolset is an excellent choice. Now let's begin the installation. So you just have to open your browser and visit the official Wix Toolset website. Okay, so I'm just going to search for Wix Toolset. Then I just have to scroll down and just have to look for Fire Giant. Yeah, this one. Okay, so after that, you just have to scroll down all the way here and be able to see this section where there are 15 million plus installs and counting. So just tap on the get started option. All right, and then right here at the left side, you would be able to see here the Wix toolset, this one. So yeah, just simply tap on the arrow and you'll be able to see here the Wix deprecated. So yeah, just have to tap on it and then tap on the Wix v3 overview. Okay, so right here, make sure that you read all of the documentation in the other tutorial right here. So you just have to bookmark this section, then get back here after you actually download the file. So to download the file, you'll be able to see this download the Wix v3.14.1. So just simply tap on it. That's right. Okay, so you would be directed to this section. Okay, so after that, as you can see, Wix v3.14.1 is the latest recommendation maintenance release of Wix v3. So it contains mitigations in all versions of Wix v3 for a vulnerability affecting all bundles and a Wix custom action. So yeah, they're recommending to upgrading to this one as soon as possible. That's right, so here are the files. Okay, and then after that you just have to download it and then put it on your computer. Okay, so after reading this section, that's right, you just have to go back here and then download the appropriate versions from the Visual Studio Marketplace. For example, this one. Okay, so you just have to tap on it and you'll be able to see this download option. So all you have to do is to tap on the download option. Okay, and then tap on the save option. So here you just have to wait for a couple of seconds and then you just have to tap on it. That's right, so it is now initializing the installer. Okay, and then you just have to tap on the yes options, all of the prompts, so you can proceed. Okay, so you just have to wait. Okay, so after the installation, you also want to, you know, install the Wix extension for Visual Studio. If you're using the Visual Studio, this adds project templates and makes building installer much easier. And if you're using the Visual Studio Code or another editor, you can still use the Wix toolset through the command line. And after everything is installed, you just have to restart your development environment if necessary. Okay, so yeah, we just have to wait for a minute, okay, or it may take a while, so you just have to wait. Now, after everything is installed, you just have to install and restart the development environment if necessary. Okay, that's right. And then now let us open the Visual Studio Code or another editor. And yeah, I'm just going to create our first installer right here. So instead of Visual Studio, you just have to choose to create a new project. Okay, so all we have to do here is to create a new project. That's right. Okay, so let me just close this section. Okay, and yeah, you just have to search for the Wix setup project. And as you can see right here, we can now start coding. Okay, so this is actually the Visual Studio. And then if the extension is installed correctly, you will see the Wix project templates available. Okay, and then you just have to select the setup project and give it a name. That's right. So you'll be able to see here the Solution Explorer and then the Program section. So yeah, the project usually contains a product.wxs file. So this XML file controls everything about your installer, including the product name, the version number, the manufacturer, installation directory, files to install, and so on. But you don't really need to worry if the XML looks intimidating at first. Most beginners only need to modify a few sections when starting out. Okay, so within your Wix project, you'll define components that represent this file. So those components are then grouped into features which determine what gets installed on the user's computer. So when the installer runs, the Wix toolset copies those files into the installation directory you've specified. Okay, so yeah, you just have to choose build from your development environment, and then the Wix toolset compiles your XML configuration into an MSI installer. So if there are syntax errors in your XML, the build process will display messages pointing to the exact line that needs to be corrected. Okay, so yeah, once the build succeeds, you'll find your MSI file and set a project's output folder, and you can now share that installer with the other users. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you think this would help you solve your concern, please subscribe, like this video, and leave your comment below. Bye.